Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone present. Thank you for joining us today for this forum. Today's topic is about mental health, well-being and human sustainability. In an era defined by rapid change, increasing pressure and constant demands, mental well-being has become a crucial factor in determining how individuals and societies can remain resilient and sustainable. Through this forum, we aim to explore how these three concepts are connected, how modern environments shape mental well-being, and what responsibilities we carry towards future generations. To discuss this important issue, we are honored to be joined by our fellow panelists, who will be sharing their insights from different perspectives. To my left is a handsome man and also a professional regarding this topic. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to all of you to Muhammad Rifdi Aiman bin Muhammad Rafizi. How are you, Rifdi?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you, Afdan?
Thanks for asking. I'm fine. I'm in of it today. And to his left is none other than the man himself, who is also professional about this topic. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to all of you to Afiq Ikhwan bin Tahir. How are you, Afiq Ikhwan?
I'm good, thank you, Afgan. How about you?
Oh, I'm fine. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself as well. I'm Muhammad Afdal Zikri bin Amran as a moderator for today's forum. Ladies and gentlemen, in order for us to discuss about our topics, we first need to understand the meaning of our question first, or our topic first. So let's ask our fellow panelists, Rifdi and Afiq. Can both of you tell us what do you understand about mental health, well-being, and human sustainability? I'll leave this question to Rifdi first. You may answer.
Okay, thank you, moderator. From the statement of WHO, I can conclude that mental health refers to a person's emotional, psychological, and social well-being. This is because it affects how people think, how people feel, how people act, how people handle stress and make decisions. For example, that I can give is we as a university student who sometimes always struggle or feel stressed, right?
Right, that's true.
And at the same time, we can also make decision by managing our emotion and also continue our daily life with because we have strong mental health. And second, well-being is the overall state of being comfortable, being happy, and healthy. It also includes that physical health, mental health, emotionally balance, social relationship, and life satisfaction. For instance, an employee who is physically healthy and emotionally stable are satisfied with their life. That are the true example that define the meaning of well-being in a person. And lastly, human sustainability. Human sustainability refers to the ability of individual or societies in approach to order to maintain long-term physical, mental, and social well-being. This approach ensures that people can survive now and in the future. For example, an organization that promotes work-life balance and mental health support and continuous learning that contributes to human sustainability. That's all I understand about this topic. I would like to return it to my moderator.
Thank you very much for the understanding from our first panelist. Thank you very much, Rifdi, for answering my questions just now. Okay, let's ask Afiq Ikhwan now. Afiq Ikhwan, what do you understand about these three? Mental health, well-being, and human sustainability. You could go on now.
Okay, thank you, Afdan. First and foremost, I would like to say that it's a great idea from Rifdi about mental health, well-being, and human sustainability. So, let's go on. In my opinion, mental health is a state of mental well-being that enables people to cope with the stresses of life, realize their abilities, learn well and work well, and contribute to their community. However, even most people nowadays are resilient. People who are exposed to adverse circumstances, including poverty, violence, and disability, are at higher risk of developing a worse mental health conditions. Next, we'll move on to well-being. Well-being is short, the state of being happy, healthy, or prosperous. Last but not least, human sustainability. Human sustainability is the ability of people and societies to live well, adapt and continue across generations without harming the physical, mental, and social foundations that supports life. You guys must be wondering, what is the example of human sustainability, right?
Yes.
So, the example of human sustainability is school organizations provide mental health. For example, is school organizations provide mental health supports such as counseling services, mental health education, and safe spaces for students so that the next generation will be an emotionally resilient adult. That's all from me. I'll give it back to Afdal.
Thank you very much, Afiq, for answering that questions. Now, to sum it up from those two questions, mental health, as defined by the WHO, for which Rifdi just stated just now, it refers to a person's emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It influences how individuals think, feel, act, cope with stress, and make decisions. Whereas well-being is a broader concept that describes an individual's overall quality of life. It includes physical health, mental and emotional stability, social relationship, and life satisfaction, as stated from these two just now. And lastly, human sustainability refers to the long-term ability of individuals and societies to maintain physical, mental, and social well-being. For example, just now they said that from school they gave a mental health support towards the student via counseling and many more. Alright, that's what I understand from these two questions. Let's move on to the second questions. Alright, for our second questions, I would love to ask both of our moderators. But let's start with Rifdi first. Rifdi, in your point of view, how do school and workplaces environments play a role in protecting or harming mental well-being among students and employees? Can you answer that for me?
Yes. Thank you, moderator, for an amazing question. So, from my perspective, I think that school and workplaces sometimes can harm mental well-being. This is caused by high pressure environment, toxic social dynamics, and inadequate support system. For school, some of the factors that could lead to mental health disorder are academic pressure from high expectation, competition, and heavy workloads. For instance, the high standard of parents and guardians regarding to their children to get higher grades in examination. A 2023 systematic review of 52 studies determined that significant academic pressure was associated with at least one negative mental health outcome for students. And for workplace, mental health disorder are not always happen in school, but sometimes it also happen in the workplaces. This is because of toxic workplace environment such as bullying and harassment, lack of support, and conflict. For bullying and harassment, for example that I can give is old employers bully to their new employers into doing their job. And for lack of support minimal support from the supervisor or colleagues to perform the task which they are not used to be. And lastly, about the conflict can be happen with co-workers and manager. That's all from me. Thank you. Let us hear some opinion from Afif. Afif, do you agree with me?
Briefly, I actually didn't agree with you, but it is a good idea from you. Okay, why did I didn't agree with you? Because schools and workplaces can actually protecting mental well-being. We go for the first one is schools. How do schools can actually protecting mental well-being? Okay, schools can provide support. School is providing supportive learning environments. As we all know, schools play an important role in promoting students' mental well-being by creating supportive and safe educational environment. It is because, other than academics, schools can also influence students' emotional and social skills. Schools can organize such as anti-bullying programs, emotional skill lessons, and access to counselor to help students handling their stress and help to build their healthy self-esteem. There are statistics that says from 2016 to 2021, the lifetime prevalence of mental, behavioral and developmental disorders (MBDS) in United States has stated that children aged 3 until 17 years old increased from 25.3% to 27.7%, with notable increase in anxiety, depression, and learning development delay and speech disorder. So this is how it's proved why mental health support in school is vital for early detection and help. Now we move on to the workplaces. Why do workplaces can actually protecting mental well-being of employees? Workplaces is actually promote a healthy work-life balance and support. As we all know, workplaces significantly influence employees' mental health through cultures, workload, and available support system, so that workplace is the right places to protecting mental health well-being by promote healthy work-life balance and support. It is because a healthy work environment can easily recognize stress triggers, offer flexibility, and provide resources about mental health awareness, so that their employees can actually gain knowledge about how to prevent from getting a mental health disorder. Workplaces that support health work life can actually easily reduce burnout and improve job satisfaction and also productivity. When employees feel valued and supported, they are becoming more resilient and engaged. There are statistics that says in recent survey by Zakian Benebassian, 69% of employees say their manager support has the biggest positive impact on their well-being, and also 47% of them believe regular workplace discussions on mental health will boost their engagement. So, for example, Microsoft company provides fitness center, nutrition counseling, and ergonomic workstations and virtual therapy services to make sure their employees are mentally healthy and stable. That's all from me, thank you. So I give it back to Afgan.
Thank you very much, Rifdi and Afif, for providing us such a powerful explanation towards the question I gave just now. While I do agree that school and workplaces improve and harm mental health, but I would like to sit on the middle ground. This is because I believe that schools and workplaces can both protect and harm mental well-being. For example, schools they protect students by providing supportive, safe, and emotionally aware environments, just like Afi stated just now. Through how though? Basically they do it by through counseling services, anti-bullying programs, and emotional skill lessons, which could help build resilience and manage stress among students at schools. However, just like briefly stated, schools can also harm mental well-being. This is because schools, when high academic pressure, competition, heavy workloads, and high expectations from parents or guardians could lead to stress among students, which could cause a lot of mental health problems such as anxiety, depression, and many more. Similarly, however, workplaces plays a dual role in mental well-being. Just like Afi Iqbal stated, supportive workplaces cultures that promote work-life balance, managerial support, and mental awareness help reduce burnout and improve job satisfaction. In contrast, however, and just like Rifty just said just now, toxic workplaces which involving bullying, harassment, lack of support, and conflict can negatively affect employees' mental health. Alright, that's all for me. Let's move on to the third question of today's product. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now that we understand about how what schools and workplaces plays a role in both protecting and harming mental well-being. However, I do have questions of my own. Just because we live in a digital era, I'm really curious. Is digital technology improving human sustainability? Or is it quietly eroding it? I'll leave this question towards Afiq Iqbal first, our second panelist. Afiq Iqbal, would you kindly answer my question regarding this topic?
Yes, thank you, Abdan. First of all, I do agree that the digital technology strengthens human sustainability. It is because digital technology can strengthen human sustainability by improving access to essential service. As we all know, human sustainability depends on people's long-term physical, mental, and social well-being. Digital technology supports this by expand access to critical service that support health, education, and well-being, especially for people in rural and underserved areas. Telemedicine, online learning, and digital communications make it easier for individuals to receive care, learn a new skill, and stay connected with each other, which can strengthen both personal and community sustainability. The Guardian article had said that a global study of over 2.4 million people across 168 countries found that internet access correlates with 8.5% higher life satisfaction. The Guardian article has said that a global study of over 2.4 million people across 168 countries found that internet access correlates with 8.5% higher life satisfaction scores, alongside improvement in social life and sense of purpose. For example, students in rural areas can attend online classes, access record lessons, and use digital libraries without relocating to a city, which can strengthen human sustainability by ensuring continuous access to education. Other than that, digital technology can also strengthen human sustainability by promoting human sustainability through a better mental health support. Access to a mental health care is also a key part of human sustainability. Digital technology has helped make a mental health support more accessible and flexible. It is because mental health online platforms and applications can reduce many obstacles such as distance, cost, and scheduling issues. For people in rural areas, those with transportation issues, or those juggling tight schedule, online platform or mental health applications can help them to easily access in mental health services. This accessibility enables individuals to manage stress, anxiety, and other mental health problems more effectively and sustain their well-being over time. Statistics have shown that over 21,000 mental health applications exist in 2025, where 1/3 Gen Z and 28% of college students rely on them weekly for stress relief, anxiety tracking, and mood support. It shows that online platform or mental health applications more used by the people nowadays rather than in-person services at the clinics or hospitals to seek help. In conclusion, digital technologies improve human sustainability by improving access to essential service and also through mental health online platforms and applications. So that's all from me. Rifdi, do you agree with my idea?
First of all, there's such an amazing idea, but I didn't agree with you in some of your points. First of all, what is true that digital technology offers that convenient in improving human sustainability. However, it also could harm human sustainability, especially in a context of environment and social. This is because of the digital technology contribute to something called psychological unsustainability, which is mainly caused by the state where the constant demand on mental resources could indirectly cause the depletion of natural resources. For example, in environment, digital technology shows that always consume a vast amount of energy to function, and a study showed that the digital technology and data center consumers contribute around 2 to 4% of global greenhouse gas emission. To put that in a perspective, that is comparable to aviation industry, and it could potentially get worse in the future. For my second point, digital technology also could harm our mental health. Excessively scrolling social media and browsing webs could lead to several mental health problems such as depression, anxiety, and stress. From a statistic of WHO, World Health Organization reveals that a sharp rise in problematic social media use among adolescents, which rate increasing from 7% in 2018 to 11% in 2022. This coupled with finding that around 12% of adolescents are at a risk of problematic gaming raises urgent concerns about the impact of digital technology on the mental health and well-being of young people. These findings come from the Health Behavior in School-Age Children (HBSC) that's a study which is surveyed almost 280,000 young people aged around 11, 13 and 15 across 44 countries and regions in Europe, Central Asia and Canada in 2022. For example, that I can give, it also can cause sleep problem by using technology close to our bedtime or during the night may interfere our sleep. A 2021 study of young adults found that the cell phone is used before the bed predicted difficulty in sleeping, and the effect was more pronounced when the participant used their phone to look at emotionally charged content. I think that's all from me.
Thank you very much. Both of you made some great point. I'm honestly astonished. However, again, I would like to sit on the middle ground instead of just arguing. Alright? In my opinion, digital technology plays an important role in human sustainability by supporting, this is because it supports long-term physical, mental, and social well-being. However, it can also create challenges. But let's talk on the positive side first. According to Afid Ikhwan, digital technology strengthens human sustainability by improving access to essential services such as healthcare, education, and communication. This is good, especially for people that lives in a rural area and unreserved areas, according to Afid Ikhwan just now. Telemedicine, online learning, and digital libraries also allows individuals to receive care, gain skills, and stay socially connected. That is true, right?
Yes.
Internet access has been linked to higher life satisfaction, stronger social connections, and a greater sense of purpose. Digital technology also promotes mental health support by reducing barriers like desk distance, cost, and even scheduling. Online platform and mental health app help people manage stress, anxiety, and emotional well-being, with growing usage among Gen Z and college students showing their effectiveness over traditional in-person services, just like Afid Ikhwan said just now. However, like Rifdi just said, digital technology can also harm human sustainability, at least environmentally. Data centers and digital systems consume significant energy and contribute to global greenhouse gas emissions, if I say that correctly, which again, like he said just now, is comparable to the aviation industry and could get worse in the future. Is that right, Rifdi?
Yes, yes.
But psychologically, excessive uses of social media and online gaming have been linked to stress, anxiety, depression, and sleep problems, especially in adolescents. Overall, I think that digital technology can enhance human sustainability, but its benefits depend on responsible use and attention to environmental and mental health impacts. That's all from me. Thank you, both of you. Let's move on to the fourth question of the day. And for the last question of today's forum is, what are the most important message you can tell to future generation about mental health and well-being? Alright, this question I could answer it too, but let's ask our fellow moderator. Who wants to go first?
Let me do it first. Yes, then?
Sure, you can go first.
Okay. For my message to the young generation is, your mental health matters as much as your physical health, and asking for a help does not mean you are weak, but it shows that you are strong and brave enough to care about your mental health. So don't forget to spend time with your family and friends, and always seek help from the counselor when you are in need. And lastly, your mind is not a machine that's supposed to run perfectly all the time.
That's true.
Sometimes you feel stressed, sometimes you feel anxious, lost, or overwhelmed. That doesn't mean that you are broken. It means that you are perfectly created human. How about you guys?
I'll leave it to you first.
So let me do it first. So the message that I want to give to future generations about mental health is, mental health is not something that's small or optional. It is actually the foundation of healthy. It is the foundation of a healthy and a sustainable future, other than social health and physical health. As the future generations, you will live in the fast and demanding world that's filled with technology and academic pressure. To face these challenges, you need to prepare with a healthy mind, not just skills, experience, or even achievements. Today, many people believe that success is come from working harder, doing more exercise, and never stop. But however, these things will lead people to become stressed and burn out. When these things become normal, societies will suffer. A community that will be tired and emotionally exhausted, they cannot be last. Because why? Because real progress comes from people who are mentally strong, balanced, and able to handle challenge in healthy ways. Moreover, I think you guys need to remember that resting is not laziness, and asking for help is not weakness. As the referee said before this, we need to take care of our mental health. Yeah, taking care of our mental health is also allow us to think clearly, making a better decisions, and also build a strong relationships. For example, when your mind is healthy, you will be able to learn better, and also work and contribute to a society. And last but not least, as a future generation, you need to create a culture where mental health is respected and also supported. For an instance, you are allowed to speak up, check on one another, and never be afraid to ask for help. Because when mental well-being becomes shared value, we can build a future that is not only successful but also sustainable, human, and meaningful for everyone. So that's all the message I want to give to a future generation. So I'll give it back to our moderator after.
Thank you both for the message that you gave to the future generation, dear panelist 1 and panelist 2, Rifty and Afiq. I would also love to leave a message for our future generation regarding this topic. First and foremost, you need to set boundaries. Setting boundaries is about protecting your mental and emotional space. Or basically, it means that you need to say no to demands or situations that drains you physically or mentally, such as avoiding a toxic environment, avoiding toxic people, avoiding people that does not take responsibility for everyone else's problem. We need to avoid that type of person. By how though? Set boundaries towards those people. Boundaries are not selfish, by the way. They are essential for survival and long-term well-being. When you clearly define what is acceptable for you, you could possibly reduce stress, you could prevent burnout, and create space to focus on your own growth and health. And last but not least, you should protect your mind and body daily, because our mind and body does not need each other to function. Protecting your mind and body is about building consistent habits that supports your overall well-being. This includes sleeping enough to recover from daily stress, exercise to release tension and boost mood, eating a healthy food so that your body could be healthy, and taking regular breaks to recharge from such job. Do you all agree with me?
Yes. I do agree with you.
It also means that being mindful of your digital use. You shouldn't watch too much TikTok, because too much scrolling, social media, or late night screen time can damage your sleep and mental health. Small daily actions repeated consistently make you stronger, more resilient, and better able to cope with life's pressure. That's all from all of us. Finally, we have come to an end of our forum for tonight, where we have shared a lot of knowledge which we don't even know before, especially regarding about this topic. A last word for me, I would like to give a thank you towards all ladies and gentlemen that are watching this video, this forum, and a million thanks towards two of my handsome panelists, Rifdi Aiman, and Afi Ikwan. I would like to say thank you.
Okay, thank you Afdal.
Alright, it's okay. As much as I want to continue this forum, unfortunately, all things must come to an end. That's all from us. See you on another forum.